We might be on the right track when it comes to setting our own goals for the new year, but what about the teens in our lives? How can we help them set goals? J. Chad Mitchell is here tonight to tell us how we can help those young adults set goals and actually achieve them. Thanks so much for being here.
Guys, happy to be with you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so let's start with New Year's resolutions. Should we be encouraging teens and young adults to set New Year's resolutions, or should we be framing this as something else?
Yeah, I think it's really helpful to frame it as something else. I mean, we know how hard it is to get kids engaged, especially teens. And so I think we really need to figure out what they're excited about to actually move forward and get them engaged, to think about, hey, what is meaningful to me? What do I value? And then look for those opportunities to encourage them to expand on those things that they're valuing.
Awesome. So maybe not a New Year's resolution, but now is a good time to put this into action for the teens and young adults in our lives. So how can we set teens up to be great future leaders?
Yeah, so that's a great question, right? I think once you find something that they're interested in, they need to be looking at it as something that they value, right? That's meaningful to them. Because once we find something that's meaningful to them, they're going to be excited, right? They're going to have interest, they're going to be engaged. And so I think if we do that and give kids something to be excited about, then we can have the opportunity to start following up with them and asking them questions and helping develop habits with them. They're going to help them be resilient throughout their lives.
What benefits do teens have when they realize that they can be a leader?
Yeah, when you realize you can be a leader, it's awesome. It really changes the way they look at their relationships with their peers, and they see how much influence they have on their peers, right? They're going to influence their peers in a way that helps them to be positive in their peers' lives, and that positivity will ripple out through their community and through their family. And it's an awesome ripple effect to watch.
And you're kind of breaking all this down in your new book, Change Your Game, Empowering Young Leaders to Ditch Doubt, Find Their Voice, and Impact the World. So tell me a little bit about this book.
Yeah, this book has been in the process for 5 years, but I work with teens on a daily basis and young people on a daily basis, and they have so much potential. And I think as leaders who are adults, we don't tap into that enough. By tapping into that and helping these kids see these potential, it's amazing what it does when we let them run and let them lead and let them explore and fail and find success and continue to try different things. It's so empowering for our youth.
Is this a book that adults should read, teens should read, they should read together? Who's it aimed toward?
Yeah, I think it's awesome for adults and teens to work on this together, right? But the adults have to be really careful about how they approach this with their teens. It has to be something, going back to the same way we talked about goals, the teens have to be excited about it. The youth have to be excited about it. And the way they're going to get excited about it is if they get to drive the bus, so to speak, right? They need to talk about how they want to explore this book, what type of leader they want to be, what is the value to them that actually makes them tick, what is their anchor, what's their foundation. And that's part of the process that the book helps them explore and find out and figure out what's meaningful to them. And Michelle, what do they not care about? Because if they don't care about it, they're not going to be engaged.
That's absolutely true. Where can we get our hands on this book?
Yeah, so the book's available for pre-order on Amazon. It's also going to be in bookstores and retailers throughout the U.S.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate it.
Awesome. Happy New Year. Thanks for having me, Michelle.
Absolutely. So we got you ready to help your teens. We also are helping you unlock your own potential next with Tuesday Tips. We'll be right back.